Adam is saying, have you ever considered how life and consciousness began? What are the theories you deem plausible? Have I ever wondered? Have I ever wondered? Yes, I have wondered. I have wondered hours and hours, spent many, many hours of my life wondering about these things. And also, when it comes to life, there's not much wondering to do, considered. There's not much consideration to do. We have answers to that. I don't know what you're talking about. Consciousness, maybe, like we're still like, yeah. I mean, it's good we have emergence theories and new ways, computer models and AI that is gonna probably answer that as well. But when it comes to life, you want me to do like a biology class for you? Because this is like the theories that we have for the beginning of life are pretty good. I mean, I'm not saying they're not going to be changed and they're like 100% accurate, but I don't know why you're like, when it comes to the theories of life and how life came to be, when you say consider, are you like just sitting in your armchair, or are you just like, I'm just going to come up with an idea by thinking about it? Because that's not how you come up with the conclusion. There's like, these things have been studied in depth. And if you want to know where life came about, there is so much content on this. And right now, I have good news for you, Adam. The information for that is so accessible, and you have access not just to the information, but to so many people that present this to you in such easy to understand ways. Like, if you haven't figured out the theories out there right now, the most the most accepted theories out there right now is because you're not looking. I don't know, because these are questions who've been answered. For consciousness, we have a lot of theories as well. It's much less. I don't know why even you're putting life and consciousness next to each other, as if like, this is a human. You're having a very human-centric perspective of the world, because the way you talk about life and consciousness, you just make it seem like, I don't know. I'm being picky, but I'm just saying that these two things are very much separate from each other. Okay, how life came to be is the theories we have on that is pretty solid. Consciousness, not so much. But we're making a lot of progress, and a lot of advanced, this gets very, very detailed. Okay, like if you want to go into where consciousness came about and what is even the purpose of consciousness, does it have an evolutionary advantage or not? Did it just came about because of a side, as a side product of some other activities in our brain? But I could go on for hours just talking about consciousness and talking about the theories behind the evolutionary, the evolutionary utility of it or not. Like, why are we not like philosophical zombies or not? I don't even know if you guys know what I'm referring to, right, when it comes to consciousness. But yeah, so for life, that has been answered. For consciousness, we don't know yet, but go look up emergence, go read some Sam Harris, maybe, right? What are the theories you deem plausible? I mean, for life, plausible is the ones that has been accepted by scientific, community. The primordial soup one was, the last time I checked, that was one of the most accepted ones. I'm not like, you shouldn't be. The thing is that you shouldn't be worried about what I find plausible. Okay, what the scientific community has deemed the most plausible is relevant here, not what Armin deems more plausible. Okay, like it's not. I don't. Why do you think there's any value in Armin considering one model of the first cell, right, more plausible than the other? Like, why would you find any importance in that, right? In fact, if I say like, well, the scientific community has found this model to be the most plausible one, but I decide that this is not the most plausible one because of my what, right? anyways, but consciousness as how consciousness began, that is a fascinating question, and something that is people are still struggling to answer. One thing that some of the theories that you know, actually when it comes to there's two different questions when it comes to consciousness: how it began and why it began, right? So when I say why, I'm talking from an evolutionary perspective, right? So the how question is very complicated, right? The brain is such a complex networks of neurons, and the way, guys, we don't even know how a tree is, the information of a goddamn tree is stored in our brain, right? Like, I just said tree, right? Did you all think of a tree? Yes, you all thought of a tree right now in your head. Every single one of you. You just imagined either the word tree or a picture of a tree. As soon as I said tree, all of you imagine that, okay? That information is stored somewhere in your brain. Where? How? We still don't know. So what, if the simple information of a tree, we don't know how that's stored in your brain, what luck do you think we have so far when it comes to something as complicated as consciousness? We're so behind on this. I mean, we will eventually get it, but and the reason why we will get it is because we're learning from AI. Anyways, that's another topic. But we are more farther ahead when it comes to theories of the utility of it than how it comes about. So, but that's a different. I already spent too much on this.
Hey guys, if you're a fan of Blasphemy and Sexy Callie, like me, then you need to be sure to subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below. Because if you subscribe, we will send you a free copy of our Blasphemous Art ebook. And let me tell you, it is the tastiest blasphemy that you can find anywhere available today. And we are so generous with our blasphemy that we continue to send you more blasphemy every week. So make sure to subscribe, link in the description below.